Why is it that so many people get up before the sun on a weekend day off to participate in a run? Well, obviously it's about fitness, and for some it's the challenge. But for the lucky ones, it's about love. Yes, running can be just as effective as Cupid's arrow. It can ignite the spark that creates relationships. And that's why Track Shack has a Run for Love. Because you just don't know. Somewhere in that sea of determination, exhaustion, and sweat could be the perfect person for you. That's the way it happened for Kitty and Jim Musante, who still remember.
Our running careers go back 40 years. We first met, I guess in the 80s, and we've been married 12 years. She was always the prettiest girl out there. She had a very good figure. She was eye-catching.
I always thought of him as just this great guy. I would see him. I'd see him on the podium. We'd run into each other at Boston, and he was a fantastic runner, and he was pretty cute, too.
Dawn and David Smith have been married for 35 years, and for them, it also began thanks to running.
The Track Shack used to have like racing teams, and we were both members of the racing team. That's how we met.
Yeah, and I won a dinner for two, and I invited him. So that's how we got on our first date. And I thought, he was around my age. I'd like to know him more, and I wanted to meet somebody with a healthy lifestyle that was running and did the things I liked. So, and then we went to dinner, and so that was our first date. And I figured if I didn't ask him, he wasn't going to ask me.
And since then, the two have run the course of life together. In fact, now they couldn't imagine life without each other. They couldn't imagine it without running either.
It's not like running is a hobby, it's more like a way of life, that you want to feel good about yourself, feel active, competitive.
No matter what your age is, when you're 8 years old or if you're 80 years old, I have a friend that's over 80 and she's still running. And we always check in to see how we're doing. So it's just a wonderful atmosphere. It's fun to be in, and I think everyone enjoys it.
Both couples, now in their 60s, run in the growing Boulder division powered by Florida Blue Medicare. Running has taken them places they never expected to go.
I've been doing Boston Marathon since 1981, so I'll have 42 straight. This year will be number 43. I like to know when there's something to be done I can do. I love healthiness.
We've run marathons, we've run the Track Shack series. I've run Boston once. Dave run Boston, I think, 11 times?
14 times.
14 times. So it's real important in our lifestyle to stay active.
And staying active, both couples agree, can be the fuel that keeps relationships running.
I think there's that no giving up, that perseverance, the day in, the day out, and you don't want to fail, you don't want to lose, you want to keep what you have. It's something that we share, but we share the good, the bad, and the ugly, as they say. If he has something going on, or we have a good run or a bad run, we just step in the door and we look at each other and we go, oh, that was tough, or had a good run today. So it's just something we can share every day.
But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it, when I have an injury of any sort, she keeps me running, and I know she'll keep me running.
I do try to coach him, but he's pretty much uncoachable.
I just like to run.
And that's one thing that every person at this race has in common. They like to run. But they will tell you it isn't always fun, and sometimes they have to push. But like any good relationship, if you put in the work, the reward makes it all worthwhile.
I can tell when there's periods where I don't run, just because I'm injured or whatever, I just don't feel good. When you're running, you're feeling good, your blood's flowing, you feel good about yourself.
For anyone that's my age and running, I think that we do set an example that you can do that. Keep active, keep moving, you'll continue to be healthy. If you don't move, you're not running or you're not walking, you're going to get weaker and you're going to age. So, keep as active as you can.